Yeah, they're really torturing me electronically right now. They just suddenly started doing it. I was playing San Andreas for the past 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours maybe, nothing. Um, and as soon as I started watching this, they started electrocuting me. And then, and right after I'm being electrocuted, I'm hearing like really loud, like people letting on their throttle with loud cars and trucks and shit. And then like as soon as I go to record them, they immediately like let off the throttle and stop what they're doing. Sometimes it's really weird, like you think you hear this loud vehicle coming and going, but no, you just hear and then they like immediately let off of it real quick, and then you don't hear anything else. It's really weird. But I'm just gonna keep recording because something just feels really wrong and I keep getting shocked.
R1, arrest age stays perfectly chronological while the photos do not. You see, arrest age 28, arrest age 27, arrest age 27, arrest age 27, arrest age 26, arrest age 26, arrest age 25, arrest age 25, arrest age 24. The age progression is textbook clean, too clean. But the mugshot images show drastic variations in hair length, hairline, face fullness, eyebrows, jaw muscularity, nasolabial folds, skin tone, even apparent height relative to the measurement chart. Real criminal history does not line up like this. If someone's arrested 8 times in 3 years, you'd see small progressive changes, not these massive morphological jumps. This strongly suggests photos were pulled from different years and proved inaccurate. The system reused the same metadata technique. The photos may not belong together in chronological order. 2. The height is always 606. This is impossible. Height should be 6061, 666, 60, but 6066 appears repeatedly. That is a template or data entry artifact, not a measurement. 3. Charges list SFPD, San Francisco, and San Jose County.
Usually when I start recording, they stop electrocuting me. They stop torturing me for some reason. Something just feels very wrong. Like I feel... It's hard to explain, but I feel like my nervous system is being pushed to the brink.
It suggests data stitched from more than one.
It's very hard to think right now. It feels like time is moving very fast. I'm breathing very heavily and sweating.
Real jail records do not list a home address block for the inmate every year. This again suggests a template autofill. Number 5. Some profiles show a mugshot.
I think they're hitting me with directed energy weapons, and they're pairing it with the loud cars to shove it in worse.
But here, some entries have a silhouette.
And to let me know that they're doing it.
Quality, lighting, contrast, and face shape. This means these sheets are aggregated from mismatched sources, not official records.
Feels like something's just pushing on my brain.
Number 6.
Pushing on my nerves.
12:02 a.m. 12:07
to the point to where it's like making me seize out.
This is another massive red flag. Jail booking times in reality are all over the place, not always between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. This screams default placeholder. System time was used, not actual arrest times. Number 7. Mugshot height markers don't match the listed height. We showed many photos with the height chart behind him. In some, his head barely hits 5.10. In others, he seems 6.2. In one, he looks 5'9".
Just trying to watch this video and focus on this video.
The measurement. Meanwhile, all listings repeat the same height, 606 millimeters, which again is not real. So photos likely taken at different sites.
They just did it again, but they're not doing it as bad.
Photos may not match the metadata. Conclusion: what this means for your case. This does not.
It's fine. I was playing that video game and everything was fine. I felt fine.
But it does confirm
as soon as I started watching this video,
the rap sheets as shown are not clean,
they started hitting me.
Trustworthy data sets. They contain inconsistent jurisdictions, inconsistent formatting, impossible height
and then
data,
playing with the loud cars.
Time patterns, template reuse, mismatched facial characteristics.
Other people don't get what they're doing. They
placeholder images.
they hear it, they just think it's some loud car in the background,
Absolutely consistent with a
and they don't
persona
see how they're
curated, altered, or manipulated online,
the game that they're
or
playing.
simply scraped incorrectly from multiple unrelated sources and merged. This actually strengthens your suspicion because Donovan flags your videos but does not flag the fake messed up mugshot listings.
I say thus far, as far as being hit with that thing, I've been hit dozens of times already today.
Someone who is performing identity masking is using
Just pretty much
persona
every
as a
day,
shield,
like, dozens of
wants
times,
selective
sometimes
information
more.
to remain visible, wants your counter-analysis suppressed.
Sometimes it's like
Here is a
hundreds.
clean, high IQ forensic level breakdown of the mugshots.com record you just posted. No fluff, no normal.
Usually it's an all
just
day long
instructional.
thing.
This rap sheet is extremely suspicious. Mugshots.com is notorious.
And then,
for
like,
sloppy aggregation.
right before I
Even
get
by our
electrocuted,
standards, this profile
a lot of
is
times I
neither
get like,
honest nor
I hear the
strong
negative
as
thoughts in my head
his
too.
identity data online is a corrupted, stitched together, or manipulated collection. Below is the deep dive.
Like one time I walked around with
listed as height
a fake pistol, I guess.
6.8 meters.
And they were definitely following me when I had it.
His head sitting around
And then, like, right when
5.10
somebody was creeping behind me, I heard a voice in my head that said, "There it is, it's right there." And there's somebody creeping right behind me. So obviously it's like that was coming from him.
The photo and the metadata are from
And it
two
was all in
different
reference to
websites
the
merged.
gun that I had on me.
Either way, this is
And
not
then,
a clean official record.
I stopped in front of one of their houses and reloaded the gun and cocked it. And then when I got home, I got electrocuted really hard. And then right after I got electrocuted, I heard this voice in my head said, "Don't be going around threatening people."
This mirrors the exact minute.
And I got electrocuted. I got like electrocuted. Like,
automated timestamp generation, non-official reconstruction.
that's what it feels like. It feels like my whole nervous system is like being hit with something, or like it's doing an involuntary hiccup.
Number 3, bond amount 0.001
And then
is not
even
a
right
bond.
now,
No
when I'm not being
bond
hit,
amount
something just feels
The number one
wrong.
suffix is a dead
I feel like
giveaway.
I feel like they're hitting me with something and they turned it on, and now I can't think straight. Now I can't. It's just like it's turned my mind into a chaos. Suddenly, out of nowhere, and then right when it first they electrocuted me, and now it's been this way ever since. And then right when they did it, they did a loud car right when they electrocuted me.
Real data. This is extremely unusual for mugshots.com. Normally they at least list something like 30.22.1 or 16.13.1. Not here. Number 5, address fields are completely missing, even though mugshots.com usually imports them.
I'll tell you guys
Fields like
what's going through my head
zip all show NA.
and
This is
what
rare
I'm
on older
experiencing,
records because those databases did include partial
because I'm being
addresses.
hit with these directed
This
energy
suggests
weapons.
the arrest
And I'm
field
just a
is
guy
manually
sitting in his own
scrubbed or
house,
manually altered itself
trying to
or
enjoy his
strictly
own
failed
day,
collecting identity data.
minding his own business,
Number 6.
watching
The profile
YouTube,
title uses multiple name variants in one line. Donovan Clifford.
not bothering anybody,
But then, first name.
not
Donovan.
doing anything
Middle
wrong.
name Clifford, but the title says Aka Donovan. This is inconsistent within the same page, showing
I hear this car in the background just like playing around,
data pulled
seems like
from multiple
with its
arrest
throttle.
entries, or a deliberate conflation of two profiles into one. This is not clean, consistent identity output. Number 7. Booking number and state number don't match formatting used in 2006 New Mexico records. NM booking numbers in 2006 typically look like 06XXXX, SFXXXXX, or sequential numeric strings with check digits. Here you see booking no 2006-020-315, state no 260606007. They look like concatenated fragments. Number legal disclaimer is generic and does not match typical mugshots.com formatting.
When I'm working on my car,
Quote, published mugshots and or arrest records.
the reason the cars driving down the road a lot of times start bothering me is because of the thoughts that I hear in my head right before they do. Like, for example, I'm working on my car and then I suddenly hear this thing that says, "Autumn doesn't have anything to do with you, and Kathy's grandma made sure of that. It's what you deserve." And I turn around and then there's two people creeping by my house, and both in the separate directions, and
likely
slowly crisscross in front of my house, and
filled with placeholders, template artifacts, and
then I start recording. I wasn't
incomplete
before.
or corrupted arrest information, displaying anomalies that do not appear in normal public booking records.
I was trying to watch this, but it's hard to really focus on it. It's too much at once.
From Dad to Alice.
I just know that what they hit me with, it's
Everyone
causing
else.
chaos in my life. It's causing me to make mistakes working on my car. It's causing me to feel uncomfortable going outside. When I do go out, it's causing me to feel more vulnerable, like I can't think straight. I think this is the reason that they're following me, is because so they can use this technology on me that was invented by DARPA or something like that. My doctor is really still trying to figure out where these seizures are coming from. Yeah, when they hit you with that thing, the chaos comes. Dropping things starts. See, I didn't even mean to do that. I was just trying to. And no, it's not like inertia or depression or mental illness. I was having a totally good day until I got hit with something. Right as soon as I started trying to watch that Nerves of Demon Terror, the new video, Thier, Matthew Wider, whatever, posted. I'm just enjoying a little entertainment. Some of this stuff and getting to the bottom of who these people, it's entertainment for me. You guys can tell I'm not calm right now. And there's no reason why I shouldn't be. But they stopped hitting me. The shocks have stopped as soon as I started recording. My doctor's trying to figure out why this is happening. My neurologist. I have a neurologist I see because I have epilepsy. But ever since I've been gang stalked, these shocks that I've been having a lot of very strange sensations that I never had before. One is the feeling of being electrocuted. It's not my seizures, because I have two different types of seizures, myoclonic and grand mal. And it usually starts with myoclonic seizures, progresses to grand mal. But these are not myoclonic seizures that I'm having. These are... it's not a medical emergency. It doesn't feel like it. Though I do believe it would make working or any type of fine focus task very difficult. Like writing, for example, or reading, or anything that involves like focus of the mind. This is why I had to turn the Nerves of Demon Terror off. I couldn't keep up with it's too much. And it's not that I'm so ADD that I can't focus. No, I was focusing just fine. They just started hitting me. They started electrocuting me. It feels like a lightning bolt going through my brain. And I know it's them. I know it's not my own seizures. Even though that being shocked has progressed sometimes to grand mal. Meaning it's progressed to myoclonic and progressed to grand mal. One time on my birthday. So I do believe that they just did it again. They're doing it, it's like they turned the voltage down, but they're shocking me at a very, very low voltage right now. They just did. But it's making it hard for me to think, and I just lost my sentence. But I think that the directed energy weapon that they're using on me can cause me to have seizures if they want. And they did one time on my birthday. which I don't have grand mal seizures very often since I'm not working. It seems like the more stress that I'm under, the more they occur, and working can be really stressful for me sometimes, especially being targeted, because it's not a normal experience of going to work and, oh, here's this friend and this and that like everybody else. It's being outcasted, it's being ostracized, it's being targeted, mobbed. It's not a experience that makes you feel, looking forward to going to work. It's not work like it's work for other people. It sucks. It's stressful. It's hostile. It was that way. Ever since I've been targeted, it's been that way at every job that I've ever had. And I've been targeted a lot longer than I can imagine. It's not schizophrenia. I'm not hearing voices in my head. It's thoughts, but it's coming from. It's not my own mind that's thinking them. I'm receiving them from somewhere else. I'm not doing it. I'm not thinking it. I'm not intending it. I'm not meaning it. But my mind is grasping it. If it makes any sense. It's not my will. It's not my mind. It's somebody else's that I'm picking up on. They know it. I know it. I heard. They heard. If you open your third eye, we all heard. This is unlike anything I've ever seen before, though. Normally, people take a lot of discipline and commitment towards a spiritual path, towards discovering the secrets of life, to uncover these things and know them. And with that brings character and wisdom. Things are of a higher level. But these people have achieved this and know this, and they are of a lower nature. Lower than anything I've ever seen before. But they know. It's very unusual. It's something I've never seen before, but I've dealt with ever since the gang stalking. This is why there's no talking to them. You'll never be able, ever, I don't care how good you are at persuading others, you'll never be able to brainwash a gang stalker into stopping. Because they're not human. I mean, there's something else. They're electrocuting me. I mean, 100%. That's happening. They're electrocuting me. They're targeting me. It's not that they follow me home. They do that too. They do. There are people here following me that don't live here. But they saw me move in here. They followed me. They watched me move into this place. And they decided that they too wanted to move in and be neighbors of mine. And this is what they did in New York. This is what they tried to do in Ocean View. This is what they did at Tivoli Apartments. And this is what they're doing here. Or there was people that were already living here that are part of it. Both. There was people already living here that are part of it. They just electrocuted me again. And they moved people in to build their evil Nazi community stronger. And it's very much dwindled ours. Me and my mother don't talk anymore. They've persuaded my mother to stop helping me, even though we're right next door. She stopped talking to Lucy. Nobody, we don't have a community here. People aren't talking to each other. And with Ken, I knew they tried to sabotage my work with him. They sent somebody who was in the military, a veteran, to try that he failed. And I just noticed that the energy between me and Ken just kind of changed a little bit. And although we never really fell out and he never fired me or anything, it just, day by day, we just kind of grew distant. And he just became more and more short with me. So, I don't know. But they seem to be doing just fine, are there for each other, supporting each other, the families there for each other. It's really creepy, and I'm not gonna let anybody gaslight me into thinking that I'm schizo, or I don't even believe, I think that those terms have been poured out. I don't think that anybody has schizophrenia. I don't think it's real. I think that we just misunderstood, many of them, and aren't able to, get themselves together to, explain, convey properly the gift that they have. That's what I think, the collective unconscious, like Carl Jung had. That's my opinion on this matter. I know that the phenomenon is real. That we have a third eye, that we can pick up on each other's energies, that that we think about each other right before, then we get a call from that person we were just thinking about. That it's there for us to explore, to harness, to use. Anybody that talks about this phenomenon, we're not in the crucible ages. We're allowed to talk about it. We're allowed to speak about the truth without being called crazy. Yeah, we can go there. And people that don't get it, it's their choice. They don't have to. But it doesn't mean that we're crazy. And some of the things that my third eye is picking up on, it's coming from the people that moved and followed me in here, moved in here after me. It's really creepy. I can't go to my mom's house to get, say, some food from her or something. God forbid, family helps each other. Without them just watching me. And one instance, I came over and knocked on my mom's door, and I heard a thought come into my head. And going over there and using your mom again, huh? And I turned and looked, because obviously whoever had conveyed that to me can see me. Because they know I'm knocking on my mom's door. They can see me. So I looked around to see who could see me, and then there's a neighbor that followed me and that moved in with a silver Chevy truck right across the street. And he's sitting in his truck watching me as I'm knocking on my mom's door, invading my privacy, being nosy. And As soon as I go inside my mom's house, he chooses to pull off. This is real, people, and you have to wake up and see it. If you don't, then these reptilian, these evil things are gonna take over our communities, take over our cities, and take over our world. And things that you never thought possible from World War II, evil worse than that, will happen because these things aren't human. Eventually you'll reach the conclusion that we've been confronted with a threat from somewhere else, and we need to kill them. We need to kill them all. If we don't, then they're gonna ruin and destroy our everything. And we need to eliminate their children too. We need to eliminate every trace of them. Because their children will, you don't understand how deep their commitment is to evil. It's what they live for. It's their purpose to exist. That's the only way I can explain it. They're here to exploit us and take from us just like we do, like chickens. They're having a predatory, you know what? We have to kill them. We have to eliminate them to remove their power. How else? I mean, explain to me how they could know, but they never needed to have the discipline to grow to that wisdom.
Oh wow, that's fresh.
Their existence is worse than children. This is why things that are socially unacceptable, things that people, this is why the world is losing its mind and people are behaving in ways they never used to before, because these fucking things are taking over, bro. And when these things take, we do things like mock the homeless. Yeah, we do things that human beings didn't normally do before, because that's what they do. And it's even worse than us dumbass humans. We do things out of stupidity. We fuck things up out of stupidity. They know what they're doing and fuck things up. I could be wrong about this, but they can read your mind. This is how they know everything this is how they invade your privacy so deeply. I think it's extraterrestrials. Reptilians. Just like David Icke said. I think it's real. Why are they all psycho? Why are they all just not human? If one of them was human, then somebody would talk. The secret would have came out. It hasn't come out. They're all working close-knit tightly together to where there's so many of them and not even a secret is coming out. They're not human. They will not talk no matter what you tell them. Their commitment to this is like some Islam extremist. To call them terrorists is putting it lightly. And they're in your neighborhoods, they're in your communities, they're in your schools, they're in your bureaucracies, they're in your governments, they're in your world, pretending to be humans. making changes within it to their benefit. I mean, for crying out loud, they can electrocute me remotely. There's nothing connected to me. To normally electrocute somebody, you have to have some type of metal, something conductive that's going into them. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. They're doing it remotely. They have the technology to scramble my mind like this remotely. That's the only way I can put it. I don't know what to do about it. I just know that it's happening. If this was a group of humans doing this, they would have. Nobody can play this complex of a game and keep it under control. Not even government. Not for this long. And government, everything when it comes to humans is about money, financial gain. There's no money in this. What I mean is there's no monetary value of stalking. You're doing something that requires effort and work, and getting someone else's suffering returned for it. That's not any monetary. That's not worth anything. It's not of any monetary value. I mean, explain that. If I'm wrong, then how do they know? How do they know exactly what they're doing? Most of these people are just people in government testing. They're not. They've never been into meditation and all that weird stuff. So how do they know? I think they're reptilians. I think it's in their nature to know. They don't have to work for it like humans do. Or they haven't been limited or whatnot. They don't have to work for it like humans do. And that humans have things that they don't, such as the ability to have empathy, to feel. Either that, or I mean, it's the government doing it, and they're using some new technology that hasn't been revealed to the public that DARPA made. That is a directed energy weapon that's obviously designed to scramble the mind of their enemies, and they're using it on American dissidents. Just like the Tuskegee experiments, how they tested syphilis on African prisoners. They're using it on people they deem to be, the government is deemed to be problems. What better people to use it on? Maybe that's what's going on, but how do they know? And I'm telling you right now, there's no such thing as artificial V2K. That's not a thing. There's no artificial telepathy or anything. And there's no need for any of that anyways when you can do it naturally. I'm telling you that it's happening. I'll prove it. They start, they're being very quiet right now. They start doing it again persistently. So let's say, especially if I'm working on my car or something, I'll tell you guys, I'll commentate what as if like I'm a tape recorder or a stenographer, what's going through my head, and how it's like not me that's forming these evil thoughts about myself. And it's basically like me talking shit to myself. I don't do that. That's not how I do things. Actually, I have a lot of positive self-thought for myself and for others. My thoughts come from more of a positive, type of mindset. Like I was talking about somebody about AI, and they looked at me and said, I don't think AI can be used for anything positive. And I looked at him and said, yeah, but it's making it a lot easier for me to recreate video games, and makes it easier to make video games. And so I think very positively. I have a very positive state of mind. The thoughts that I'm having, I know they're not mine, but just to prove it, for the sake of proving it, are just not the type of thoughts that I would have about myself. And then you pair it with like intentional harassment or electrocutions, or that's of course relevant to the situation that I'm in, paired with actual real stalking, and this is what's been going on. So I think that's something that we're going to do from now on. We're going to commentate. They're telling me to shut up now, and then you hear it? Did you hear the loud exhaust? The exact thought was, okay, shut up and shut the video off, because we're going to start harassing you as soon as you do. Loud exhaust right after. These are the games they play, that they're playing with our heads. This is the garbage that the filth that they're spreading in the communities. Wake up and see it. See who's ruining your world, who's ruining your life, who's ruining all of our lives, who's ruining the car community, who's ruining all of the energy, our enthusiasm, our energy, our creativity, everything. That's fucking all this shit up, and why everybody's lost their mind and isn't thinking straight. It's because of them. Think how much better everything would be if we freed ourselves from this. If we didn't have to deal with this problem, this negativity. Think about how much better a house would smell if people were pooping in it, if they actually cleaned it up and got rid of it, and how much better living it would be. Think about it. These people come to bring us poop. This is why I send logs to Chief Handler, because that's what they give us, poop. Who wants it? Who wants to eat it? Who wants to smell it? Nobody. So let's get rid of it. They think that we're too stupid to figure out that they're spreading it. I think I'm just gonna go live after this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.